during the Furia FPX game at Pro League, there was actually a nice smoke that art threw, so we're going to watch it from his POV right here. But this smoke was used essentially right at the start of the round, basically. And it's worth noting there is supportive elements being done by his teammates, though they are there to help cover, also provide just additional presence as well. So that smoke comes off the wall, lands on top of the sandbags, and gives him a nice viewpoint above. So I've added X-ray just to give perspective, so you can see what he can see as well and what he can't, just in case. But the main thing about the smoke is the fact that you are able to then catch players off guard who are potentially walking up the ramp or going towards the scaffolding area. So obviously at the start round we saw Yuri get a kill, which kind of messed things up. Also there was a lot of smokes used in this particular round, which means we're able to see it at its full potential. Okay, so let's get through this smoke then. So first off, I'm going to show you how to line it up. So obviously every team has their own set grenades that they normally throw on Vertigo. So there's the smoke that comes through the window, and then that bounces towards the bottom of the ramp, somewhere around there. Might be a Molotov that you throw, whether it's off of that wall there, or against the actual ceiling here, or HE grenades like this as well. But the main thing I was talking about is that smoke, right? So the smoke's pretty straightforward. You just walk up onto the slab, and then aim here. So this lineup is pretty straightforward because it's along a horizontal line, it's the left side of this thing, and it's where it meets it. So it's nice and easy, you just walk up onto it, throw. You can probably have a good range of error as well, in the sense that you can aim quite a few different places, but this is what you can see when you're up here. So there's quite a bit of vision, both sides, right? And all the way down to the bottom too. But let's think about now, what to watch out for when you have done it, right? So I'm going to throw it one more time. So it lands. You need to watch out, of course, for people already being beneath you, I guess. Like we saw in the clip, Art was quite wary of people being beneath him. But also you need to watch out that you don't walk too far forward trying to get the pick, because if you walk too far forward, you will fall down. You'll probably die in the process as well, because, let's be real, if you do drop onto this area, the noise it makes alone is probably going to be enough. Even if there is a smoke, they will spam you straight through it. So let's now think about, obviously it's quite difficult to see the angle when you're actually smoking it, so maybe some people suggest maybe if you throw it slightly to the left a bit more, you might be able to see more. Which, true, yeah, you might be able to see a lot more. Which, I mean, it's not as much at all, but it's a slight significance, I guess. But the main thing really is the fact that if you do aim it even more to the left, one more time again, the amount of vision that you'll be able to actually get through as well, that bounced incredibly weird. So this is way clearer. But, as you can see, you're going to be incredibly visible when you're on this spot right here. So the ideal case is that you're able to go up there and actually shoot somebody towards that scaffolding area on the left hand side. If you're trying to challenge down to this bit, you might have some issues. Even though Art was facing this bit, there was that smoke near the bottom, right? There was a smoke here. In fact, in that clip, there was bloody smokes everywhere. There was a smoke for the one way that FPX were using. There was a smoke at the bottom here. There was another one here. It was kind of difficult, but I've done a few examples, with using a friend, to actually show off what it looks like when a CT sees a T in some of the positions, at least. So let's actually roll with those now. So the first one's actually going to be a case of showing some grenades used to sideways and then the smoke. So this one's showing a player walking up towards the scaffolding area. So on the CT point of view, the smoke goes down, they walk up, and then they're checking towards the left-hand side, checking for any feet that they can see, and then feet get spotted, and they take them out. We're going to show this then from the T-side perspective, just so you can see, could they see the CT at all? Did they have any hint other than the smoke being down? And that sort of thing. So obviously in this POV, we see nothing. In the second one, we're actually going to do the same thing again, same smoke, as I said, it'll just be going through different perspectives, or actual angles you can see as well from the smoke. And this time we're going to be using the right-hand wall in CT perspective, which you can see very, very cleanly, straight away. On the T-side perspective, you'll see the smoke go down, but the player becomes visible pretty early, meaning there is quite a good chance of being able to catch that player off guard if they do that smoke. And now here's another underrated potential angle for this, where they might use it as a wall to get on the back line here. And the T-side player might try and walk up. So we're going to see that from the T perspective now as well. And as soon as the smoke goes down, they're actually going to struggle to see much of anything, and they will actually see the CT just as they die.